Hello and welcome back. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Civ 5 with the filthy tutor, Mr. Filthy Robot. How are you doing?
Doing well, man. Looking forward to this war. So let's get this act into gear.
Now, to be fair, aha!
Yes!
Yes! To be fair, every other time I've been declared upon, they had at least 3 times as many units. I'm just saying. You cheated somehow, and they have far fewer units.
My fans say this too. You know, like, oh, how come when I play, I get wiped off the face of the earth by such and such a time? I don't know what to tell you. Like, when people say that, like, we're playing on your computer. It's not my computer, right?
No,
so it's not like I'm like editing the files and we're not looking. Like, this is just.
That's not true. No, don't believe him. Don't believe his lies. What's the difference between these two? Is there any difference?
I don't think so.
There must be. Otherwise, why would they give you 2?
I don't know. The answer is I don't know. I don't know any way to see that. Okay, so you see what I mean about the guy on the river? He'll survive 1 round, but not 2. We see our trade route, immediate casualty. And it's not a casualty yet, but it will be an immediate casualty. Oh, and that's actually kind of annoying because we didn't think about the one that's going to get across the river. So we are... Oh, our warrior's in a little bit of trouble. He's zoned now. So we did make a maybe slight mistake there with not upgrading. We wanted to provoke her to attack, and she has done that. And she is going to tap... Hold on. Let's make decisions slowly here, because this is war, and this is now important decisions, as opposed to kind of like minorly important decisions before. Do you want to do non-combat, get it out of the way, then we'll spend the bulk of our time thinking about combat here?
Do the what now?
Non-combat decisions first, and think about...
So I was just going to ask that.
It's not good in general, but this is basically now it's like a processing thing. It's easier to process the non-combat things. There's less decision-making to make there. So let's go do that first. Okay.
I'm seeing... one move, so that warrior can't get there, this guy can't get there, he's got zone. We could do the farm this turn with this guy.
That's the scout could get there though. Scout is not zoned and has 2 moves over hills, so scout could get there. We could bait the scout in and kill it, which is fine. But I kind of would prefer to utilize our units to kill this stuff in between our cities. So
because he's not going to actually attack a city with a scout. That'll never happen. So we should just...
Well, he might, but it's not going to do anything here. I'm tempted to put the worker on the Let's not do that decision yet, because again, that depends on where we're putting units. I like him on the gems. It's slightly better than in the city, but it's not massively better than in the city. And the only reason we wouldn't do that is if we're going to move off the gems, and we might this turn. So let's do simple combat, simple non-combat stuff. So go assign, for example, we just grew to the deer. I can see the notification, and I saw the borders expand. Let's go assign the deer over the copper in the Helsinki city.
Okay, quick question. Why is it... We definitely did pre-build a road on at least 1 tile. Why is it that when I hover over these tiles, I can't see how long it would take to build a road?
Hit strategic view. And you can see the pre-built farm there. I don't think you can see pre-built roads at all anywhere, but you can see the pre-built.
We did a pre-built road right here last turn.
Showing up here.
Right, because if I go down, if I go down to Stockholm here, we can see it's only 3 turns, and it's normally 4 turns on standard.
I don't remember what your roads then. It looks like.
Well, I mean, having a pre-built road is better than not having it, because it just makes it cheaper at some point in the future. So, so you don't want to process this guy yet.
Because we don't know where that spearman's going to end up, and it's going to depend entirely on what we do on the other stuff here. But I do want to work the deer.
This seems completely safe.
Yep. Unless there's a scout hanging out that we can't see, and there could be. What are we able to shoot here? Is he allied with that city state? Oh, that's fucking irritating.
The Milanese pikeman.
Yeah, okay, definitely shoot that. I mean, there's nothing else that city can shoot. We're guaranteed we want to shoot that. That's fine. We got to hide the workers.
Well, he can go 1, 2. So if I go through.
Yeah, through there is fine.
Well, he was going there next turn anyway.
Yep. We do have to, and I want to cross the. Well, we could put 1 more turn in with. Yeah, go there. That's fine. I like that move. With the other one, we could put 1 more turn in to a farm.
All right.
We'll make the decision after. Okay.
And this guy doing a pasture seems.
Yep.
Well, the enemy is. Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, he is fine. Okay. And assign the Helsinki. We might actually be able to get it grow in 1 turn. That would be nice.
This worker needs to...
We don't know what we can do with him quite yet. It really depends on where we make the rest of our moves, so let's not make that decision quite yet.
We have 2 potentially militarized workers, 1 from Milan.
Okay.
Next up, would you process the... when I say process, it kind of dehumanizes the game a bit, because it makes it feel like it's like an equation that you just run. Like, I've processed an entire game of Civ 5 yesterday. But, okay, anyway.
I would not take this shot yet, because we don't know what we're going to do. We don't know what our goals are yet. I want to spend a chunk of time thinking about that in a minute. So go over to Helsinki. Make it work that deer. That's my top priority this turn.
Okay, so we're off of the temp tile over to the
Can we grow in 1 turn? Oh man, too bad. Okay, but that's still fine. We're growing 2. I still prefer the food.
1 food away.
Are we? That's it. That's a bummer. We could. How much do you want to micromanage? You could, for example, borrow temporarily the bison out of the capital for this expand and get it 2 more food over the stone, and that would grow in this turn.
I want to do that, definitely. That is totally the kind of thing that I would do. So if you're not working the bison this turn, you're also not growing this turn. We want the next best replacement for that, which is
Iron,
looking
100%.
to be probably the iron.
Yeah. Now it does. I don't want to do that too often because I don't want to steal food out of the capital as it's growing. But we're at a position where some production might be nice. We're at war. We might actually want a bunch of production.
There's a temporary modifier.
Looks good.
Notice we're going to go ahead and work that. Unlock probably this one in favor of that one. That actually is going to put us 1 extra. We actually didn't need to do that. We could get 1 more production this turn, but that doesn't make any difference, does it?
No, be careful of doing that in the short term because we don't care here in the short term for that. In the long run, the food is more important than the 1 production this turn. So hold on to it because in general, you just want infinite food, and production tends to have pretty concrete goals in general, what you're doing with it, right? So.
Right. Okay, so we do have to lock those this turn. I can't put the little temporary modifier notice thing. We did get blocked from working one of these tiles, but we're not working it anyway.
Yep, but that is different than Civ 5 and Civ 6, right? Barbarians don't seem to block. Any barbarians don't seem to block, right? Like we've had combat units stand.
Yeah, barbarians, but not enemies. So
I don't want to lose the swordsman. I don't want to fucking get it promoted either. All right, how greedy? So what promotions does that? See that warrior in front of Sweden is OP. The one on our side of the river. We
still can't select their damn units. We just have to hover over them and stuff.
Yeah. But we can now see promotions. See the promotions are showing up too. See how they're all double promoted. That's rough terrain. That's rough terrain cover. That's rough. The one to the left of it was rough terrain medic. That other left. Those are right. Okay. That one's rough terrain medic.
Holy crap!
That's double. That's a scout archer that's been promoted with double survivalism. Okay. So there's some information here.
Why does he get so many promotions?
Because the idea cheats. So they have 2 promotions on all their units, and we don't have any promotions on any of our units.
Okay,
That's
cool.
cheating.
Yeah, it does seem like cheating.
Oh, it is. It's definitely cheating. The question is how much, and that was a rough terrain promoted warrior, the one in front of Sweden's OP, right? It was rough and cover.
This one here?
Yeah, rough and cover. Okay.
How can you tell? Wait, okay, the cover's the first one, right? The second one is the shield?
No, the cover's the shield. That's cover promotion, and that's 33% combat on defense against range attacks.
All right, I just very quickly, I want to, because you have these memorized, I don't, other people don't. These are melee promotions. We're looking at cover 1, looks like this, and this is the 33% against range attacks. Okay, and then the other one you said...
Drill is the one he has, is drill 1.
That is what drill looks like. And you just have it memorized, there's no like little mnemonic device for that meaning drill. No, it doesn't look like a drill, it looks like not a drill. And what was
the other one is shock. If you want to look at, so if you want to go back to that page and click on shock 1, that would be fine too.
But he has one more there too. He's also got like the little shield thing.
I'll show you what that is in a minute. That's something entirely different. That's open terrain. So the ones to really pay attention to are rough and open terrain. Those are going to be very useful to know. And if you ever see charge, you should get worried too. That's a horse promotion. I don't know if they break that down separately, but
I think they do. I think that is there's
probably a shared promotion.
Unit attributes is just called. What did you say it was? What's it called? Shared
promotion. Go up. There you go. And nope, those are not shared. Those are not what they thought they were. Nope, I'm wrong. Okay.
I
don't know.
What's it called again?
Shit ever.
What's the name of it?
It's called charge.
Charge. This is alphabetical.
Okay.
Charge is not there.
Okay. Maybe just search it directly.
Yeah.
There you go.
This is the plus thing. Bonus versus wounded units.
Big combat strength bonus. So the general, in general, the promotions are 15% unless it does something a little bit more specific, or some things don't adhere to that. But charge and drill are 15%.
It's right there.
Okay. Oh, it was there. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, and then what's that other shield thing that he's got? This one here, the full shield.
Yeah,
is that
that's embarkation. Yeah.
Which is not a melee promotion. It's just gonna be like non-combat. Okay, it doesn't matter then. Okay, that one. See, they all look very similar. They all look like shields.
Damn, I'm annoyed we're gonna lose this fucking warrior or have to promote it. That's really pissing me off. It's just me wanting to greed. So one of the best things
you don't want to do this.
I don't, because it's going to permanently increase the cost of all your future promotions. Because basically you've gone from level 1 to level 2, and now, but all you've gained for it is a temporary one-time heal instead of getting a permanent promotion. Yes.
No, that's not true. All you've gained from it is that warrior lives. Which is arguably better than warrior dead.
There is potentially a way warrior can live anyways. It's just a bit of a toss-up. So how much damage? Well, let's take a look. I don't trust this indicator, but I am curious what it says. If we were to just slam our warrior into his warrior, what does it say for damage? It says approximate damage inflicted. Why is it 30? Why is he getting 30? Because of flanking bonus. But he's not going to have flanking bonus when we do this, although he might be able to if he does it in a different order.
You're thinking to retreat him this way. Well, we could just put him in the... Oh, he's zoned.
No, we can't. He's zoned.
Gotcha.
So we can't move left or right with him.
So you're thinking if we put him here, he can't get hit by anyone except for this guy.
If we open terrain promoted him for 15% more protection on open terrain and moved him 1 tile south, southwest, the archers cannot move and shoot because Deity still cannot move and shoot. So even though they could reach it, they can't. All that's going to happen is let's say he put 2 units across the river, the 2 northern units across the river for flanking. So he'd have 30% flanking on us. And he's going to do approximately 35 damage. That's what it's saying, right? If you look at that guy has 3 flanking on us. He's 35. Doing 35 approximate damage. We're at 20 health. And even with 15% combat strength, we're probably still dead, right?
Unless we shoot him with the archer.
Yes, well, that's the plan. Archer moves 1 tile southwest, shoots him there. The city shoots him there, and we put him a little bit weaker. But it's only half his combat strength removed for every 2 points of damage we do, right? Or sorry, every 1. It's only the 50% thing, right? So it's not going to be full damage removed.
Okay, so approximate damage inflicted. We're estimating we're going to do 26. We're estimating we're going to do 25, so call it 51. It'll take him down to approximately half HP, and since he'll be at half HP, he's going to do roughly 75% damage. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So if his current estimated damage is 35, 35 times 0.75 is 26.25.
Still, So here's another way you could do that. Actually, I think, hold on, let me think about this for a minute. Actually, I'm going to want to save in a load here, not for the process of this, because we're going to let the process outcome. I don't want to change the outcome of this. But what I want to see, I can't remember now, I'm playing too much Civ 6. If we assign this promotion, we can still move, right?
Yeah, we don't lose any actions.
Absolutely.
I know for sure.
So we don't need to save load. So assign the open terrain promotion here. But this is the decision, right? Well, actually, this is going to be, maybe we don't. So what I wanted to see is if we had open terrain, we could look at attacking him and see what it would tell us for the combat strength, and we could make a bit more informed decision about what that would do. But I guess we can't do that without loading on everyone.
Yeah, so. I mean, we would know that our strength would be, this one would be 15% more combat strength, so we would go from 8 times 1.15, we would have 9.2 strength, but I don't know, I have no idea where the math actually comes from. So yeah. See, my theory here is I'm really leaning towards just taking the heal, but
I think we're gonna be forced to. But I want to stacking promotions is one of the most efficient ways in all ways in terms of producing less units, in terms of tiles, number of units per squares, in terms of just stacking with fortification bonuses and promotion bonuses, etc. It's one of the absolute most efficient ways to use units, especially versus DDAI, where you can keep a unit alive long enough to stack multiple promotions on it and get the unit to be ridiculous in a way that you won't be able to in multiplayer because it will get killed. So. And taking advantage of that is one of the things I really enjoy doing in DDI because it's so different than what I'm able to do in multiplayer where that unit's just never going to live like that. Okay, so let's take a look at some other things here. We'll come back to that. We now know we have all the information for that. The only stuff that we don't have informationally about that is now what other alleviating factors might there be. So, for example, if he doesn't push all those units across to get flanking bonuses, and I don't know that the AI is smart enough to do that. They might attack first, then move their units across. I don't know. I don't know that order.
I think he's gonna wrap towards Sigtuna. I mean, he did come across the river.
He's already walked across to come for Sweden's OP. He's going after the cap. But we can...
Yeah, you're right. He was stupid.
His units. We can divert his units, by putting our units in harm's way. So take this shot with Sigtuna. That's always going to happen. There's no way we're not going to do that. It's the only unit we can shoot. There's only one unit in range. We're going to shoot that unit.
Okay. One last quick thought before I allow you to move on to the next task here is... this is an excellent argument for you liking the community balance patch, because if we're playing Civ 6... then taking this promotion also gives us the heal. Granted, in Civ 6, when I played it last, it also consumes all of your movement, which it doesn't do in Civ 5. But in the community...
If we did it here, he'd die. He'd get shot, because there's now 2 archers that can shoot him as well as 4 warriors that can attack him. Last turn it was just 3 warriors and no archers. So he's dead 100% if in the balance mod or Civ 6, we wouldn't be able to... Well, Civ 6, no, because he gets zona controlled. Well, in Civ 6, because of the way zone control works, we could move 1 tile southwest and promote. I bet you the community balance mod uses the same zone of control rules as Civ 5. We would not be able to simultaneously promote and move, and if he stayed in place, he'd be dead.
Okay. Well, we could theoretically move him here instead, and then there's 1 less archer shooting him.
Still zone of control doing that.
True. So we can't take... Well, we could promote then move. Or actually, you can promote with 0 movement. You don't have to... You can do it. In Civ 5, that is. But in the community balance patch...
I think you're...
In the community balance patch, it's the same as Civ 6. When you take a promotion, you get the 50 heal automatically as well, which is really quite nice. And I think it's a great change in Civ 6. I kind of liked that a lot about the community balance patch. Okay, so anyway, we were wanting to look in a different direction here. So we're looking at maybe Fred. Is Fred gonna make a new home, or is he gonna actually put himself in harm's way to try to draw some fire?
The archer will shoot us there if we leave him there.
You're sure of that? How do you know that this archer will shoot him?
I'm not 100% sure. I'm like 75% sure because again, this is deity rules, and I don't spend a lot of my time memorizing exactly what the deity is going to do in each situation. But my thought is because it can shoot, it probably will shoot.
Okay, and we never finished the other half turn of this worker.
No, we don't want to. So okay, here's the goals this turn. We can start because this is starting to get long thinking about just this turn. But here's the goals for our military units in that area, right? We want to alleviate pressure from the capital by potentially putting our units in the northern city closer to the combat without putting them in positions where they're going to get a chance to get killed or get surrounded in 2 turns and get killed. And the problem we actually made here is on that deer tile, I missed the fact that they might throw a warrior across the river. I was expecting it to be similar to this, but have a territory to get away from, you know, and just didn't see
like
that.
We'd
still be zoning. Yeah, we'd still be. If that warrior wasn't there, we could move to the stone and move to the city and get away. And that was what I was expecting to be able to do because I wasn't thinking they'd throw the unit across the river.
Okay. So that was the point where we lost the campaign. Right, no. Anyway, here's the thought. If we had this, if Fred was here, he provides zone of control protection on these provinces, the archer could move forward and take a shot.
Fred is fucked if he goes there, though. Like, look how many units.
No, Fred is, he's a honey bandit. He doesn't care. He's aggressive as shit. Fred's scary.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, fine.
I'm sensing a theme in all your units. Your units are...
aggressive, and they hate the AI. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so it's a bad idea. So what do you want to do? This is where if you let me steer, we're going to crash. So
okay, back the archer, one tile southwest.
Here.
Yeah.
Take a shot.
Yeah. No.
Not yet.
East. You can take a shot, but shoot the guy in the east.
This guy, because he's across the river and he's more dangerous because he's going to have an attack penalty. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Take the shot with the city. No.
There's some advantage here. So the AI is not. It's not totally predictable in this, or rather, I don't know enough about the rules it uses to make these decisions to be 100% accurate on this. But what my experience has shown is basically, if you get a bunch of melee units lower, the AI does not always just want to kill his melee units by slamming into the cities. Instead, he'll fortify them near the city. So there is some benefit to spreading out damage on melee units here. I'm not too worried about that quite yet because we have more pressing concerns. There's a lot of units over here. I want to back that warrior up to the stone and heal promote it because I don't think it lives any other way. And you have to do it.
Nope.
Okay.
Notice how you're 0 to 2, we can still take the heal.
There are some really strange rules with this later that I'll explain that are maybe more relevant to simultaneous play than this. But for example,
you would have done that in the opposite order. So
yeah. To give you an example, if so let's say a unit needs 10 experience to get a promotion, and it gets and you're attacking it with a mix of melee units and range units, and is simultaneous play. If I attack it with ranged units first, then the melee unit. And I give it enough experience that it gets an insta heal, it will get that insta heal on that turn. It will be an assignable promotion on that turn. If I attack it with melee units first and then get the remainder of the experience with ranged units, it will not be able to assign that promotion till next turn.
Why? That is so strange. That doesn't make any sense.
Arbitrary. It makes no sense at all. It took me a while to figure this out, but it's something that happens in simultaneous play. So there's times when players would be like, why are you not, you could have saved yourself some health if you would attack with the archer before the knight. But if I attack with the archer before the knight in that situation, I can guarantee, and the knight doesn't kill it, I can give them a promotion. And I want to be killing them with ranged units so they don't get that promotion.
And you're talking multiplayer? Multiplayer only. That's not
because it's simultaneous. But this is what I'm saying. There's some weird rules with promotions, so I wasn't entirely certain as I was looking at that. I'm like, between the overlap with Civ 6 knowledge and overlap with that knowledge, it starts getting, you're like, holy fuck, I don't want to lose this unit for him. So, anyways.
Right. This guy's safe now to work the quarry then?
Yes. Yeah, at least for one more turn, he's fine.
Okay. When you do that, when you make that noise, you scare me. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's me processing in real time.
Great. Yeah, that's the sound effect. Okay, so what's the final play then with this worker? Since we've decided, we got to decide on Fred and Susan the swordsman.
The workers, I want the worker to hide in Sigtuna. Okay. I want the swordsman to be in a position where he can be useful for us next turn. You could go there with the warrior, or the spearman. That's interesting.
That guy goes there. This guy goes here.
Yeah, it might tie up some of their units. That'd be okay. You can do that. That's okay. That's not bad. I was looking. We really want to utilize these rough terrain bonuses. That looks good to me.
Well, how about I don't do that and I let you actually decide? Because otherwise now I feel like I'm steering and we're gonna die.
Go there. That's fine. And bring that guy there. That's fine too. We're going to lose the cattle be pillaged, but that's okay. We'll lose the trade route this turn. It will suicide into the barbarians, not the barbarians, the unit in the way. Let's shoot that the warrior across the river on us.
Wait, what? Oh.
Yep.
How come I'm not getting like, there's no, like, you need to fire? I almost missed this one.
I don't know.
Okay. I mean, there is this alert here, but, okay. So which one? This one here?
No, the one on our side of the river. It's much more dangerous. It's the only one that can attack our actual unit, and it has no combat penalties for doing that, and it's already in position to do damage to the city. So, okay.
2 city-states of Wario. The city-state allies of Maria have declared war on you. Okay,
what's the other one?
No, it was just 1 city-state. It was 2 alerts. Maria herself and Milan. Okay.
Okay. I would like to. Yeah, I think we're good for a turn.
We were friends with Milan, by the way, and now they hate us.
We're currently losing culture from this too, which sucks because we would have got the culture per turn while they're being friendship status with us, and it is decaying in the background.
Wow, they have so much influence. How do they do that?
Cheating.
150 just to exceed as the ally? I mean, we had like, what, 35?
No. That's what it costs to exceed. Yeah, but we're currently, because we're at war, we're at minus 60. So if they're already an ally, that's just 120. To go from negative 60 to positive 60 is 120. And ally status is minimal of 60, right? So that's 100. So what they actually have is they're 30 over ally status.
Still, they have 90 influence. How the hell do they do that? That's crazy.
Cheating.
Okay. Well, hey, I apologize. We only covered 1 turn here, but it's we're finally at war. So this is where I think I would be willing to bet this is where 95% of people who try to beat Deity AI fail and quit. Because it's the first major war with a Deity AI civ, and I bet if you don't handle this war correctly, it's just game over, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So this is we need to take our time here. So I don't feel guilty.
And it's a little scary. I mean, they have bypassed the city that we set up expressly to deal with their wars. They have just walked by it, ignored it, and attacked us. And because of the stupid way that warmonger penalties work, we are not able to, as they're walking by our city, declare on them and be like, you know, we know this is coming. We know you're trying to skip our city. We want to kill their units. We want to take advantage of our blocker city. We can't do that because it will piss off all the other AI for that.
But how come the AI can ask you the question like, hey, why do you have so many military men on my borders, but we can't?
That's one of those questions I don't have an answer for because it isn't my decision.
Okay. Wow. All right. Well, all right. We'll see you again in the next episode then, where we will hopefully not die.
See you guys soon.
In a bit.